Hello guys, hello. And thank you for joining me tonight. Hello, and welcome to another day in paradise. And welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic In tonight's video, I am making a video that I really didn't want to make, simply because I didn't really want to give these types of rumors any traction. But the reality is there's going to be people who are going to listen to these vicious rumors, and they're going to believe them. So, I don't know, I just felt like I had an obligation to sort of push back on this BS as much as possible, to show people that, hey, there are people out there who are actively doing their best to push to get away from the limelight at this present moment. They don't want anything to do with what's going on, and eventually they will be sucked in to what is happening in the Ghislaine, I call it Ghislaine, I'm going to call it Ghislaine as well from now on, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial that is happening over there in the United States. So, if you don't know, I think I'll go over it real quickly with you. So, last year, was it? Maybe the year before. Last year was 2020, yeah. Beginning of last year, we had the death of Jeffrey Epstein, who was a well-known financier, who was known by all the big heads of government and very famous and well-known politicians, actors, actresses, you know. The adrenochrome drinkers, those types of people. So he was due to have a trial, and he passed away in his cell. I say that, you know, I shouldn't say it as a joke, but you know how it is. Guys, I'm going to say hello to you in a minute, but I can't see you at this moment, by the way. So where was I? So yeah, he passed away in his cell, so nothing could go to trial. But everybody knew that if things went to trial, he was going to start naming names, telling people about exactly who was involved with all these alleged trafficking of people. I'm trying to be really careful here, because you know what YouTube's like. They're just going to just hide this under the blanket of other videos and stuff. They don't want me to start talking like this, clearly, about certain things. So I've got to be careful with my wording, so I apologize, okay? So anyway, he passed away. Well, the person who was facilitating the meeting between Epstein and these other very famous men and women with young, attractive young ladies was his ex-girlfriend, Maxwell, Giselle, or whatever her name is. Giselle. We'll call her Giselle. Anyway, so she was facilitating it, allegedly. And where did we get to? She was arrested not long ago. I think it was 6 or 7 months ago she was arrested. And she's been in prison ever since, because she's not just a flight risk, but she's also a risk of somebody or something, or herself taking her own, being rid of herself. See, I'm trying to be careful with my wording here. So they kept her in, and the trial has just started, and this is where we're at now. So because this trial has just started, clearly somebody has had the bright idea to try and throw everybody else into this pile, okay? This pile of names that have been implicated and connected with Jeffrey Epstein's activities with the trafficking. And that's where we're at now. And now she's sitting down in a courtroom, and the pilots and everybody else who was involved, they're out there and they're just naming names, and they don't care. It's nice, kind of refreshing to see that they're just sitting there naming these names. Virgil Abloh was not one of the names that was mentioned. In fact, there was no such link between him and Epstein. But somehow his name has been thrown in the bag. How? Well, I'm going to go into that now. I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon. Link in the description. Please follow also the Oversight YouTube channel, the channel that is there to help you to invest on the African continent safely and securely. Link also in the description. So I'm going to go into this now. Right. So I saved this because it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous what has been said now. Clearly, Virgil Abloh had nothing to do with this. Had nothing to do with this. But we're at a state now where so many names are being thrown in and being said that people are not going to know who to believe. And because Virgil Abloh was so successful, there are people out there who believe that he sold his soul to the devil in order to achieve that success, which is sad, because there are people who are, if you count money as being successful, there are people who are way more successful than what he was, and they get to live the life of Riley. You will never know who these people are. They live under a veil of darkness. You won't know who they are because they own all the news stations. They get to tell you whether, you know, whether their name gets out on broadcasted or whether it doesn't. It's up to them, because they own the media outlets. So I'm going to read this now. So, alleged Epstein victim Charlene Latham brought a civil case against Virgil Abloh and many others for an alleged Essex trafficking ring last year. The case was dismissed for lack of evidence. Now, the day before Maxwell trial begins, Virgil Abloh passes away from cancer. Now, I've got the list here, and the thing is that I'm never the type of person to go straight and support somebody straight away, because we don't know these people. I don't know Virgil Abloh. I don't know him, right? But you know when there's something fishy about somebody straight away. You know, everybody has a gut feeling, and there are people out there that we would even see as being untouchable, that we would never talk about, who of course also have dark pasts and live lives doing some of the most dodgy things. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Denzel Washington, right? We've never heard anything bad said about him. We know he's got a beautiful wife. We know he's been married for many, many years, right? He's got beautiful kids. But if you look at the relationship between him and, I think it's his eldest kid, I forgot his name now. But anyway, him and his oldest kid, his oldest son, who's also an actor, by the way, really good actor, I really like him. You can see that there's something there. You can see that there is problems there, and it's likely that Denzel has caused these problems. Now, I don't know if you guys know about this in America or in other parts of the world, but in Europe and in this part, we all know that Denzel Washington used to go to these notorious bunga bunga parties, right? He used to go to these parties that was set up by Silvio Berlusconi. We know he used to go there. It's a known thing. It's not even a discussion, right? And these bunga bunga parties are like, I don't know. I've got to be careful with my words here, but it's I would say it's half between. Okay, I'm going to explain to you what it is. It's a party where there are lots of beautiful women who go there. Lots of beautiful women and lots of famous people go there. And you're invited by Silvio Berlusconi to go to his big house that's on Lake Como to go to one of these bunga bunga parties. And Denzel Washington used to go to these. So he's not completely clean. Because if you go into these parties, it's like, well, what are you doing there? Right? So, it's obvious that Denzel Washington's son, he knows the crack, he knows the deal. He loves his mother so much that he sort of didn't like Denzel, his father, disrespecting his mother. He won't go as far as to name him as doing blasphemous things, but he will go as far as to say, right, I'm not going to be like you. I like that. That is big time respectful. But anyway, back to this. That's what I'm trying to say. There are people who go out there and do these things that we always believe are saints, you know what I mean? So, when I heard about Virgil Abloh, I didn't automatically straight away say, oh wow, this is total garbage, you know. I had to do some looking into it first before I came to a conclusion and said, well, this is clearly rubbish. I've got a list here of the people who have been implicated. This is an actual court document. Made by the plaintiff of the case, and it's got all the list of the names who have been implicated. So we've got Harvey Weinstein, Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. We have, who else? Pusha T. Apparently, he's a rapper. I don't know Pusha T, by the way, guys. Lil Wayne, wow. Let's have a look. FKA Dram, I don't know who that is. It's another rapper, apparently. Wow, R. Kelly. Oh, really? No, R. Kelly would never do anything like that. But R. Kelly's been implicated. Who else? Gosh. Oh, Virgil Abloh, DJ, artistic director of Louis Vuitton. Okay, but it also says here, Virgil was not a defendant in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. The document that was trolling Twitter is fake. Right. Guys, you got to understand what is the level of the people that we are talking about here. They are people who we know got rid of. They got rid of, what's his name? Epstein. They got rid of him, right? We know this, right? If they are bold enough to do something like what they did there in front of everybody, knowing what was at stake, they clearly knew what was at stake and said, you know what, it's better if he's gone. Doesn't matter. Let them say whatever we want to say. We control the media. Let's get rid of him. If they are able to do that, then guys, you know, they are able to also throw you off the scent by sticking names into lists and photoshopping them to make it look like, you know, there are people out there who have just passed away who are part of it. You know, get them talking. It's just incredible how this is all working, right? We We knew that this was going to trial. We knew that this was going to trial really soon. Oh, yeah, you can imagine those people just, we need something else. We need something else in the news. We need to just, what do we need? What do we need? Oh, do you know what? They have, what do you call it? The beta version, okay? Right, alpha, beta, gamma, right? And now we have Omicron. Let's get Omicron out there. Let's start pushing that out there. Let's get that to the media agencies. Let's start pushing it every single day. Let's start talking about that. This is really important. Yeah, it's worse than the last one. Let's get them talking about that. We don't want them talking about Giswell, yeah. We don't want them talking about her, do we? Yeah, let's try and get this under the radar. And as news agencies, of course, we need to talk about it. Ross, we're going to just look biased, okay? We're not going to look like real news outlets. We're not going to have any credibility if we don't talk about it. So let's touch on it, but let's not go into it. Let's talk about the most important things, and those important things are Omicron. It's crazy how it's all happening at the same time, within the space of a week of each other. Omicron, Virgil, and this trial, the Maxwell trial, all happening within 7 days of each other. Coincidence? God, I don't even know what to say. All I can say is that beware, people. There are people out there who are very powerful, who want to do everything in their power to try and manipulate you, into thinking a certain way. And they do it on an industrial scale. Most of you won't even know that they're doing it. So, guys, really quickly, before I go off here, I'm going to just take a listen to what some of you guys said. John David, thank you. John David Washington. Yep, there is a price to pay, one lucky lady. Hello. Oh God, what's going on here? I heard things about Mr. Washington and other big men in the industry. Yeah, I mean, of course, these guys, once you get to this certain level, you want everything. You want all the things that you didn't think you could have before. You get a little greedy. And as much as, we want to say that we are different. Oh, what's going on here? Am I frozen? This thing's still on my lip here. Hello, I play with toys. We think alike. Let's create some Africanized killer bees. I think this is the time of the year for killer bees, right? No, it was Paul Williams. Berlusconi was the person that was linked to Denzel Washington. But this wasn't an unknown thing. Everybody knew this. This isn't a rumor. Lil Wayne, yes. Epstein might even be still alive, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe he's gone to the same place where Osama bin Laden has gone. Remember when they took his body and buried him out to sea? Give me a break. He's still alive somewhere in some dark, dark hole. Good evening, Tanya. Good evening. Hello. I know. Okay, yeah. I'm just realizing I was frozen. Am I moving again now? I can't even see whether I'm moving again now. So annoying. Anyway. guys. I don't know if you can still see me. Let's have a look. Oh. There you go. I'm moving again now, right? Okay, good. I'm back. So, sorry, my battery's about to die. I wasn't supposed to be on for long anyway. So guys, like I said, this is a real quick one. I wanted to let you guys know, please just be careful with where you take your news from. Don't take your news from Instagram and then see it as being God's truth. Okay? Do your own research. And even when you do your own research, be careful of where you source your information from. There's a lot of rubbish going on at this present moment. This is not the last time it's going to happen. There are going to be other people who are going to be implemented. If it's a very famous black man from Africa who's made it to the top and he just happens to pass away, his name's going to be used. It's just what's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about that. So just be careful of that. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say to you guys. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take a look at your comments. I'm going to reply to them in the comment section below, okay? Because I really want to keep this one short and quick, so when people come back, they can watch it afterwards, okay? So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know I keep saying very good video coming up tomorrow. I still haven't finished editing it. It's about South Sudan, so it's a really good one. So please keep watching this space. So guys, that's all I've got time for tonight. I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'd like to give an extra special thank you to my Patreons as well, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Until the next time, guys, please think twice. Torabit. Take care. I can't see your messages at this present moment, but I'm going to get back to them in the comment section. Okay? Take care. Ciao, ciao.